I'm Luke with S&S Diesel Motorsport. Normally we'd be doing tech video, product highlight, race car stuff, something like that. This one's a little different. Don't normally shoot in the office here, but wanted to talk a little bit about something different topic, where we're headed with some things, where things are headed with the world. I'll try to make it fairly quick, but just to kind of give you an update on what we're doing in the current times and some other things that we're trying. So there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world right now, especially in the United States, but worldwide as well. We really don't have a clue probably most of the time, everything that's going on. You can only control what's directly around you, but there's far too much division and negativity and that kind of stuff in the world, and especially in the United States, one side versus another. We really need to be on the same team. It's very counterproductive and dangerous to be doing the things that are currently happening, unfortunately. I really think people need to just think for themselves, make their own decisions. Don't be looking for others to do it for them. You can only control what you have direct contact over, and some of the things that we're doing, we have been doing for a while and we're doubling down on. One is really being loyal to America and having a lot of parts produced here, either fairly locally or here in the US. I'm really not interested in making anything or having even small components made overseas. Sure, it's cheaper in a lot of cases and sometimes easier, but that's not really what we're interested in doing. We're interested in making the best possible products you can, and using the best companies and working with the best people to do that. Whether it's simple parts like fittings like this, these pieces, even this flag holder that we made for 4th of July last year. We're working with great companies in the US to do all this stuff, and are continue to do that, and really going to double down on that even. Trying to do everything we can to support our own here, which should be on our own team, regardless of what some of your political views would be. Another change that we're pursuing is relative to social media and how we're communicating with customers. Currently, there is way too much negativity and division online, and massive lack of maturity, all that kind of stuff. And it's all super counterproductive. It's become obvious here just recently that some of these tech giants are too big now and have too much power and are too biased. Regardless of which side of the fence you're on, the censorship and some of the bias that happens with so-called fact-checking and all that kind of stuff is pretty dangerous and concerning. So we have to have a platform for us to be able to communicate with customers and to be able to show new products and to be able to promote and that kind of thing. Obviously Facebook, Instagram, those platforms are huge for that. I think right now is the time where it is the best opportunity for others to arise. Unfortunately, that all the negativity and the political issues and the protests and all that stuff is not good, but it takes stuff like that sometimes to open your eyes as to what's actually going on and maybe make people make a change. You get too comfortable sometimes with one way or another, and things can slowly build one direction and you never know it. Although all the fighting and nonsense happening right now is not good, it may be just what we need to pivot and actually get some things in check. So with that being said, we've created accounts and pages on a platform called Mewi, which is another social media platform, with the hope that that can grow and become a less biased, more open platform. In general, I think we need something like that, or some of the others need to get checked. But I'd encourage you to, check out some other platforms like that one. Follow our page and check out some of that content. It'll be growing. It's pretty sparse right now, but I really think in general we need to individually make our own decisions based on our own data. A lot of the online influencers and celebrities and things like that people look to, they're motivated by all the wrong reasons because they just need to make a splash, or they need to have something super popular briefly so they get likes and views and everything like that. I think that hopefully will get checked some as well. When you've got celebrities causing problems and being childish, you've got politicians that are in their 60s, 70s, and 80s acting like children, might be just what we need to wake up a little bit and say, this is nonsense. Stop. I'm going to stop believing and listening to these people. I'm going to make my own decisions and do what's best for ourselves and our families and our companies. And that's what we're doing here. We're not trying to solve all the world's problems. We're just doing what we can within our own to do the best we can. So I really think we need to look more to people you actually respect that are mature for influence, not celebrities and not politicians. Look for people that are knowledgeable and factual and just good people. There's a severe lack of good people currently. As simple as that sounds, I think there needs to be a lot more responsibility and maturity in the world. Jordan Peterson's got some good talks and interviews explaining some of that I've been listening to recently, and Dan Crenshaw's another one that has got good, logical, knows somewhat how the world works, and is a little less emotional and more logical. So with that being said, check us out on the Mewi and some other platforms. If you got other suggestions for other places that people can share ideas and share information that don't have to be so influenced by big tech or potentially data security problems, that kind of thing, we're certainly open to that. And we're going to continue to double down on making the best parts we possibly can with the best companies that we possibly can. Even this, for example, we made these last year just to be patriotic, because there was a lot of protests and riots going on last year around the time that we made these, and we just wanted to do something to kind of show unity. So we had these custom shields made, welded to CP3 pump cams with Liberty and Justice for All machined in the front, and the Pledge of Allegiance laser etched in the back of it. I think we really just need to go back, take a little bit of a step back, use this as an opportunity to reset a little bit. We're on the same team, not different teams. There is potential for real threats in the world to the U.S., and if we're bickering internally and causing a lot of our own self-induced problems versus thinking about ways we can work together, makes us very weak. Just like a football team that's bickering amongst themselves, they're going to get dominated by about anybody, whether the other team's really that great or not. So really just encourage people to maybe not rely on media and online so much. Take a step back, get a little bit old-fashioned, make your own decisions, and just be good people. We need to think of ways to get along and be more on the same team than on different teams. So thanks for listening. We'll keep doing what we can do and control what we can control, and look forward to a bright future in general, regardless of how it may seem right now. Thanks.